America has, and at this rate our society is going, will always be racist. It's just covered up a little differently today. It went from wearing hoods to a suit and a tie. Racism is so ingrained in the fabric of America, to get rid of it is like asking an overweight person who is addicted to fatty foods to start eating healthy. Why should America get rid of racism? America makes too much money off of it. 250 years of free black labor, and America still hasn't paid the debt and the interest that is due. Not only did Black America build the current leading economy in the world, arguably, Black Americans are the most influential culture in the world, bar none. Let me put this as plain as it gets. Until America deals with and rectifies its relationship with its fellow American freedmen, it will always be a country that has false moral fiber, false dignity, and false pride in a false dream. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the piece that hate produced. Question: what would America be without the Black American? Without someone like the great Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Is Black America caught in a conundrum, stuck between a rock and a hard place? This is what our people then, along with Dr. Martin Luther King, were facing. Outside of the indigenous Americans, Black Americans have been far removed from the mother continent. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is our homeland. While supporting sanitation workers, on April 4th, 1968, in Memphis, Tennessee, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated at the Lorraine Motel. This great man was for humanity, for the will of the people, peaceful marching and nonviolent protest. Yet, America and its hateful barbarism was on full display. Martin Luther King Jr. exposed and shined a light on the diabolical and systemic oppression that still continues today. From Selma to Washington, D.C., from workers' unions to Vietnam. His sacrifice for his people, his sacrifice for his family, his sacrifice for the will and economic prosperity for those whose ancestors came out of the system of enslavement. The man now revered by many was once hated by those who were scared of change. Others even disagreed with his tactics, in which MLK would sympathize later with those opposing sentiments for self-defense. He had a dream and an American nightmare. What is so tragic about MLK is his demise could have been prevented if people just do the right thing. Black Americans as a collective have never asked for what has not been earned. The tropes and the stereotypes of Black Americans are just a reflection and projection of those both ignorant and nefarious-minded white Americans who have no grasp and intention on being human. Just because it looks flashy doesn't make it civil. Speaking of civil, when it comes to mine, who do you think of civil rights? Yep, Black Americans. Black Americans didn't create the system of chattel slavery. Black Americans didn't create mass weapons. Black Americans haven't collectively oppressed any other groups of people. Black Americans definitely have not crashed economies. Black Americans, however, have fought in every single war, have participated in all levels of government, corporations, industries, and fields despite the challenges and obstacles faced. As we move forward, may we never forget the legacy and the legendary fortitude of the man who comes from a people who by all means truly fought and died for freedom. May his name live on among the greatest of heroes of our time. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Racial injustice is still the black man's burden and the white man's shame. So wherever we live in America, we have to face the fact honestly that racial discrimination is present. So don't get complacent. Certainly we've made some strides. We made some progress here and there, but it hadn't been enough. It hadn't been fast enough. And although we've come a long, long way, we still have a long, long way to go. Himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with. And this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington, in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.